Good afternoon, family, and welcome back to another episode of Godspeed, where we provide you a weekly market overview for the Lexus LC500. All right, fam, welcome to February. Tonight, I'm super excited. We got an amazing walkthrough. I've got 3 amazingly priced opportunities this week, which include 2 well-priced 2021 opportunities and a 2018 option that might be too good to be true. Our video of the week and our aftermarket showcase of the week are somewhat intertwined as we take a look at an aftermarket Tom's Racing air filter option for our vehicle, and then we jump over to Electric Eye Media with a great installation video of that product. All right, fam, let's get into tonight's episode. But before we do, super special thank you to everyone for putting up some amazing subscription numbers over the past 30 days. You know what? I'm so grateful for that, but also in the same breath, I am ready to just enjoy and have some fun with you guys, okay? We did hit 630 active subscribers, so again, tremendous appreciation for that. All right, enough with the housekeeping, family. It's finally the weekend. Let's get into this market review. Let's go. Let's get into the market overview for February the 2nd. Wow, cannot believe we're already there. Okay, first up, right, we've got a tremendous opportunity for a couple 21s in today's market overview, right? So been talking to you guys about the price points, and let's face it, the prices are still trending in the direction that I mentioned at the top of the year, which was we're seeing an increase in pricing on both the 18 models and the 21 models, which are the real traction that we were seeing last year. Now, there are some outliers, and so that's obviously what I try to bring to you guys for the week, because I feel like any of those real good opportunities, well, let's face it, they're going to probably get snatched up quickly, okay? So tonight, we've got a 2021 opportunity on the market, and I'm loving the way this one looks, right? I mean, we got the gorgeous ultra white exterior. You guys can see that the toasted caramel is peeking through right there. And this one, let's face it, is a tremendous opportunity at this price point because, you know, it's not a touring package. It's not this sports package. It's this amazing performance package, or the dynamic handling package that we talked about, which brings a $10,000 value, or I think it's better said, it brings $7,500 more worth of value than the touring package and $5,000 more value than the sports package, right? Let's say it that way, because I don't want to compare these to make it sound like one package is better than the other. But the facts are is that each one of those packages brings value to the table. Now, I am seeing a lot of scuffing right here on the bottom of the carbon fiber door seals, which, you know, I noticed this a little bit, and because the car sits so low, right, I don't see this as abuse. I mean, I just see this as somebody who probably was not taking the time to get in and out of the car slowly, right? Because I have the challenge myself, but one of the advantages that I have is that I'm not driving this car every day. So when I'm in and out of it, I'm more than happy to slow down. But look at this gorgeous toasted caramel. I love the Alcantara headliner. You know, you can, all of the interior headliners are Alcantara, but I think it shows the best with this toasted caramel because you can really see the direction in all of the material when you've got that lighter color on it, okay? Obviously, you see the inserts there with the sports seats. There's that carbon fiber seals that we always talk about. And this one obviously too is going to have the carbon fiber top on it as well instead of the glass top. This one's coming in at 17,000 miles, which is, you know, arguably, you know, people might say, that's a lot. But if you look at the Lexus expectation on these vehicles is they're going to put about 10,000 miles on it per year, right? So you've got 2 intervals that we see from a maintenance perspective, each after 5,000 miles. You know what? This is a 21. It could technically have over 20,000 miles on it and still be well within the expected range from the dealership. So I think the 17,000 miles that this one has on it is absolutely, you know, still can be considered, you know, low, at least for a person who's driving it every single day. Okay. Car looks really clean, right? We've got some potential tires on there, and let's hit the specs up real quick, right? So 17,000 miles on a 2021 with an exterior of ultra white, interior toasted caramel. Let's look at the accidents and stuff like that. clean title, 0 accidents, only 2 previous owners on this one. And, you know, even Car Gurus is showcasing about $4,000, well, $3,000 to $4,000 worth of value or reduction in the pricing, right? So I love that. Now, any extra goodies on this one? Now, we're not getting tinted windows or anything like that, but I will give a plus that, you know, this one's got a clean Carfax on it, and it's coming from a Toyota dealership. So, you know, I always like that. Toyota, Lexus, one and the same with you know, obviously there's some differences there, but I appreciate the fact that we've got a Toyota dealership. So when they brought this vehicle in, right, they obviously did the service on it. They probably did the 15,000 mile service on it, which traditionally is just the oil change and all that stuff. But knowing that the Lexus dealership topped off all the fluids, checked all the brakes, all that good stuff, is a plus in my book. Now, it's not a Lexus dealership, so guess what? We're not getting any certifications here, which would add additional value, but I still give it thumbs up that it's a Lexus dealership. Great job on that front. Okay. All right. So guys, if you're looking for a 21 and you like that white with the toasted caramel interior, you like the best package you can get on this bad boy, the performance, and you've got within your budget $72,000 and you're looking for a 17,000 mile option, this is definitely a really, really strong option to look for. One of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, 2021 options available today on the market. Okay. All right, let's jump over to our second option, which is also another 2021. Now, this one is the sports package. So this one has $5,000 less value from a feature perspective than the performance package, but has about $2,500 more value than the touring package. And that's going to come in the 21-inch wheels. It's going to come in the sports package interior. Let's see if we've got any inside pics on this one. No, we don't. Okay. So, oops, sorry guys. But this one as well has that toasted caramel. So the exact same interior you just saw from the previous vehicle we looked at, you're going to have that exact same thing here. Now, what I love about this one is that it's coming in that atomic silver, which is the darker of the silvers. You know, Lexus also provided the platinum silver in the 21 offering, and that one's a little bit more bright. Okay. This one absolutely has tint. Let's hit the specs on this one. Okay. So this one we've got coming in at $72,000, $72,988, and it's got 17,000 miles on it, similar to the previous one that we saw. When we look at the deets on this one, clean title, but it does have 1 accident being reported. This one is a 1 owner, and we can also see right here from the Car Guru pricing chart that this one's about $2,600 below market price. Okay. Now, I know some of you guys are going to absolutely take note of that 1 accident reported. My encouragement to you is to absolutely make sure you check out the Carfax, because on the Carfax, it's going to state where the damage occurred. It's also going to talk if it's light, moderate, or severe damage. Okay. And that's always important because let's face it, if a car was involved in a little bitty fender bender and the airbag didn't deploy, that's a tremendously different accident than if somebody got rear-ended, the airbag deployed, or there was a impact to the front where it could have potentially messed up some of the, you know, the framing and alignment and all that good stuff. Okay. Now, here's the other beautiful thing about this car is it's absolutely certified. So the other one was at a Toyota dealership. This one's at the Lexus dealership. Let me see which one this is again. Okay, for some reason the dealer piece blurred out right there, but this is absolutely, let me go back up to the top. Maybe it's up here. Okay, I looked at this yesterday, guys, and it's absolutely a Lexus dealership. We can see right here it's Lexus because it's certified. I feel like this one's out of, no, it's in Naples, Florida. Okay, but it's absolutely a Lexus dealership. We probably can get it from the picture right here. Where was that? No, that just shows the pre-owned, but it doesn't show the actual name of the dealership. You know, you can check out here and hit a response over to these guys right here. Send a message, and they'll definitely shoot you back with the details on what particular Lexus dealership this is in Naples, Florida. But let's get back to the other value that's added in this car, right? So we absolutely have the L certification on this one. Now, we talked a bit about that in one of my videos last week. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at that video and you want to know how you can assess the value of that certification in a vehicle, we obviously look at the miles. And because this one, we talked about the major mile increments are being the 30,000 mile and the 60,000 mile. If you happen to pick up a L certified vehicle that is going to include the 30 or the 60, that's going to help you get the most value out of that certification, or the 2 years or 4 service intervals that you get for free as a part of that certification. Now, if you tack on 20,000 miles, or again, remember family, you don't have to actually go in to get a service in the mileage increments. You can go in the month increment as well. So even if you park this car in the garage and you only put 2,000 miles on it over the next 2 years, you're still going to get those next 4 service intervals done absolutely free. Okay. So with that being said, we know that the 30,000 mile is going to be roughly about $1,000 in value. And then we are considering the other 3 services that you get, which are basically going to just be oil changes, filters, and top off fluids. Those are going to be roughly around about $250 worth of value. So for this one, we're assessing that you've got about $1,750 worth of value that you are pulling just from the service that you get. The free service you'll get. Remember, you're also going to get 2 years worth of full warranty, unlimited miles, bumper to bumper. And you also get some really cool services. So again, there's a lot of value that's bundled into this L certification. But I want to call out the financial value, because that's something that's going to absolutely make the most sense to us here. So you could in effect take $1,750 conservatively off of this $72,988. And that's more realistically what you'll be paying for this vehicle right here. So family, if you're looking for a 21 and you're looking for one that has, a 17,000 miles on it, it's coming in at $72,000 with a certification, then I definitely ask you to take a look at these guys out here at the Naples, Florida Lexus dealership for more information on this vehicle. Okay. And then last but not least, fam, is, a beautiful 2018 offering here that, I'll be honest with you, it sounds too good to be true, but listen, I still got to get these opportunities out in front of you guys, because, my job is to make sure that you're aware of the best deals on the market, and then partner with you guys that if there's a level of interest, then definitely start doing some research, reach out to these guys and figure out, the validity on this one. I was actually going to try to get in front of this guy before I recorded the video this week. Just unfortunately, again, didn't get a chance to do it. So if you're interested in this vehicle, I would say jump on it quickly, because if it is a good deal, it's priced really nicely. So let's talk about it, right? We've got a 2018 Smoky Granite Mica. Right, this is probably one of the darkest silver or gray colors that Lexus offers. And I mean, this one is absolutely, the sports package. So you've got that, the 21-inch wheels there. You've got the Alcantara sport seats with the interior. You got the limited slip differential. Couple extra goodies that this one has on it, right, is it's got the tint, which we know that to be about $750 of value at least. That's going to vary depending on what state you're in. We also have the OEM Lexus carbon fiber spoiler. Right now, number one is if you can find this part, because it's been discontinued from the factory. If you can find this part, it's going to traditionally run you anywhere from $1,000 to $1,250. Then, of course, you got to get it installed, which these parts are not actually installed with 3M tape. These are installed with bolts and 3M tape. So there's an installation fee with the Lexus dealership associated with that as well. All in, family, I think you got about $1,500 worth of value just in the fact that it's the OEM carbon fiber spoiler and it's already installed for you. Okay, so you got that as a goodie perspective. Now let's talk about the specs. Actually, let me bump around to these pictures real quick. Clean interior. Right, don't see any alarms or anything like that from the interior on this one. Looks to have normal wear and tear on it. But guys, we've got a 12,000 mile opportunity here that's coming in at $57,777. Right, that's a lot of lucky sevens up in there. So I think we definitely got to validate this one before we can 100% sure say it's a real deal. Looking at the specs, guys, I just got more great news. Right. No issues reported on this one, 0 accidents, 1 owner vehicle, right? And Carfax is showing this thing to be $15,000 below market value. Now, I don't agree with that. because, you know, that puts this car, you know, $73,000 for a 2018. But what I will say is that there absolutely are 2018s with super low miles like this right here going for over $70,000. And that's why I'm telling you guys, the trend so far this year is prices are going back up. They are absolutely going back up. Again, I've been talking about this trend video. My apologies for teasing it. I'm not intentionally trying to tease it. I just been a little bit busy, but I'm definitely getting that trend video out. I wanted to at least give 30 days of assessment for the 2024 market before I just hopped out here and started, you know, shooting out projections for the rest of the year. But now that we're into February, definitely going to put together that information for you and get that out to you guys. Okay. So the other thing I'm gonna be doing too, right, is I am gonna absolutely call the individual out here. I'm gonna drop a little, you know, chat out here as soon as I finish up this video, and whatever progress or feedback I'm able to get, take a look at the comments. I'll absolutely drop those down, start a little thread on that. And if any of you guys beat me to it, feel free to drop the updates in the comments for this week's video as well. Okay. All right, family, that is our Lexus LC500 market review for the week.
Godspeed's Lexus LC500 pick of the week.
Tonight we're going to do the aftermarket showcase and the video of the week a little bit backwards because, you know, this week for the aftermarket showcase, I want to get in front of you guys, you know, an amazing product that, you know what, has some value to add to from a performance perspective for our vehicle. Although I want to be very transparent, right? All the research that I've been able to do on this product, while people feel like it's a little bit quicker off the line, so the 0-60 is a little bit quicker. I've heard some other comments that talk about, you know what I'm saying, mid to top end performance is improved. I'm not going to sit up here and try to state something to get people to purchase this product, but you guys know my approach is always awareness, right, and honesty. But I will say this right here, that because the installation is so user friendly in the Lexus LC500, you know, I think this is a great opportunity for any owners to pick up maybe a potentially better product for our intake, our air intake, and probably about the same price that you would pay if you actually took it to the dealership, purchase the air filters from them and had them install it, right? So I think it's going to be a wash, and the installation is so easy. You guys will see it here shortly. That, guys, I think this is just a win-win, right? So let's get into it. So absolutely, last week we talked a little bit about one of the Tom's oil filter caps. And this week, I wanted to kind of circle back on this Tom's, you know, Racing Japan Super Ram 2 air filter for the Lexus LC500. Family, we have two filters in ours, and this price is about $180 regular. Now, I did some extensive research online to see, you know, always want to get the price at the best price point. And so you guys, the best price that I found is out here at Mod in Japan. Well, I should say the best price to your door that I found is Mod in Japan. I feel like we have visited these guys on the channel before. If not, I'll make sure that I introduce Mod in Japan to you, but these are absolutely one of my go-to folks for some of the aftermarket opportunities for the car. So let's just take a look at this. One thing I can tell you right now is that when you look at this filter compared to the OEM filter, you know, obviously we got some different components here based upon the red and the black, or materials, maybe I should say. But the other piece that I noticed too is that the foam on the OEM one is thicker, right? Now, I'm thinking that maybe because of the denseness that's in this material and it's less dense, then that's going to probably allow us to get a little bit more air in there. And you guys know too, I'm not even going to sit up here and act like I know what the benefits of the quality and the materials that they use, how that helps. But just from a visual perspective, right, it looks like we could probably get in a little bit more air, not so much to where our ECUs are going to start flipping out or we're going to get check engine lights, but I think we're going to get more air, which is going to help us to get a little bit more performance potentially out of this product, right? But yeah, these guys are just super simple. They drop in. And so for $158.40, you can get this product from our friends out here at Mod in Japan. Now, because this is in Japan, it's going to take a little bit longer for you to get the product. So you absolutely want to take that in consideration. I also went ahead and just jumped out here and did like a mock, add to cart. And in order to get this to Georgia, it's about $19. Okay. So California might be some increased. Texas and California might be increased a little bit, but I wouldn't imagine it be much more than the $19. So you almost get this product for right at the regular $180 price point, which is exactly what everybody who was selling this thing here on stateside, they were all selling it for the full $180. You add tax, and so it actually was cheaper to just get it from Japan, have it shipped, and then ready for your switch over when you want to do it. Okay. All right. Now the other place that I found this was, coming from our friends out there at Lexus Boutique. So you guys absolutely know that I showcased this to you guys a couple weeks back. I love this site because they've got a lot of, authentic Japan parts, but they're very pricey. Right now, some of their miscellaneous stuff actually is a really cheaper than it is here in state. As you can see right here, they're about $20 less from just a manufacturer suggested price, and then they've got a discount which drops you down to $129. The problem that we land on this one, unfortunately, is when we look to ship this bad boy. So the shipping is actually $60, which of course threw this out of whack only by like $7. So it's actually $7 cheaper to go with Tom's Racing. I'm sorry, to go with our friends out here at Mod in Japan. $7 more expensive to go with the Lexus Boutique. So the only reason I'm even bringing this up is because Lexus Boutique has a couple things out there. They've got some merch. They've got a few other little small parts for our Lexus LC500. So, they got brakes, they got the oil filters, all that good stuff. So if by some chance you're like, hey, listen, I'm looking to do like a service and I'm going to do it myself, where you maybe want to do the oil filter and change out the oil or change out the brakes or whatever the case may be, it might be beneficial then and actually even cheaper to come out here and pick this product up, because you're getting more value out of that $60 worth of shipping. However, if all you're looking to do is pick up the Tom's, performance sports air filter, then you're absolutely going to be better off checking it out here from Mod in Japan. Okay, family, that is the aftermarket showcase for the week. Now let's jump into the aftermarket video of the week, which absolutely, connects with the product that we've showcased today.
GodSpeed's Aftermarket Showcase.
Aftermarket video this week is coming from our friend Electric Eye Media out here. He's got a tremendous tutorial. It's nice and quick, straight to the point. And I was thinking, man, what better video to pair with the aftermarket review than give you a bird's eye view on exactly how easy, and we'll get a little commentary from him, right, on the installation of this process. So let's kind of get into that.
My Tom's drop-in air filters for my Lexus LC500. Getting ready to do an install here in a minute, and I wanted to give a tutorial for those of you who have not installed air filters before. Some of you have already probably done this procedure, but I'm going to show you specifically on how to do it on the LC500. These air filters look pretty impressive to me. See all that there?
Yeah, I like the mesh. I wish there was a way we could actually see the red in the Toms
See what kind of airflow we get
from the inside of the vehicle,
but stock OEM air filters for sure. These are like more of a spongy material versus the paper OEMs. So we'll see how they do. Okay, here we are under the hood of the LC500. These are the stock intake boxes. Normally you would have a cooling plate that goes over all this with a bunch of little clips. You're going to remove those little plastic clips. Remove the three panels, which are your cooling plate, which will cover this. Once you get those off, you're going to come here on your intake boxes, and you're going to pull these clips right here.
Look how simple it is.
That's how you get to your OEM filters.
So you see that thickness that I was talking about?
There's your filter. Replace it with your aftermarket filter. Here's the Tom's right here.
That's one of the things I'm super excited about this LC500 is that, it still feels like it's a lot of work we can do.
The black side here, Tom's logo and all that will be facing towards the firewall. That's how you know you got the correct flow in there. push that down and put these back on, and that's it. You're done. And then you follow the same procedure on the other side. You're going to want to drive the vehicle for about 100 to 150 miles, let the ECU learn the new airflow, and from there, crack it open and have some fun. I hope.
All right, guys, look, I mean, I said, let me stop talking while he's talking so you don't have to hear two voices. But, you know, I think one of the things that I'm really excited about the LC500 from an ownership perspective is that, you know, I mean, I've told you guys, if you heard some of my earlier videos, right, I've had Lexuses now for probably 20 years, right? RX 300, the GS 300, the ES 300, both the 1999 models, the 2002 models. I've had the GX 470, you know, and this is my second LC500. You know, on some of those vehicles, well, particularly the GS 300, the 98 or 99 was mine. The 99 GS 300, I mean, I loved it so much because I actually did my own oil changes for a while, but then it just got so, you know, affordable at the dealership to get them done. But I love that I could do my own tune-up, right? And I could change out my own air filter. Now, some of the Lexus products, after they started to, you know, get into the 2000 models, they started to build it to where, man, you could get access to the first 3 plugs, but then those back 3 plugs were impossible to get to until you took off the whole top end of the motor. And I mean, I'm just like, okay, that's a little bit more than I want to do. And of course, in that case, you got to employ somebody who can actually do that for you, right? Or at least for me, I didn't want to pull my part myself. But I said all that to say that with this LC500, the airbox change out here is ridiculous, right? You don't have to worry about the battery. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You got 2 clips. You know how, like, you got that metal little bar that try to keep the box down. Then you've got, you know, to get it snapped in and make sure that, you know, it actually sits perfectly, so the closure is right and you get the right suction. Man, they just simplified it with this performance vehicle, and they made it to where it's just a clip. You pull the stuff out, put it back in, clip it back in, and you're good to go, right? So I'm super excited about that. But, you know, I think this is going to be a tremendous opportunity. Obviously, I will be doing this. I've already, when I picked up my vehicle, right, I just kind of inspected my air filters, and they were still good. I knocked them out since I already had them and just kind of cleaned it out manually a little bit before I put them back in. But I definitely anticipate, you know, maybe not soon. I think I still probably have at least 5,000 miles on my current filter because they replaced it like 3,000 miles ago. I probably got the 5,000 miles, but whenever I do change the air filters, I'm absolutely going to go with these Tom's air filters and drop those bad boys in there, whether I do it because I just want to investigate the performance or whether I do it because it's time. I'll definitely be going with these guys. If you have an LC500 and you've dropped these in your vehicle already, and you can provide us a little bit of context around any increase in performance or any challenges that you faced, or if you feel like it's just a grab at money because it's got that amazing, you know, name brand to it, then, you know, give some commentary for the rest of us in the chat. Okay. All right, family, that is our Lexus video of the week. Fam, that is our episode for the week. I will have all the details of what we discussed tonight in the comments. You guys have a beautiful weekend. Godspeed.